Good morning, good morning, and welcome back, everyone. We are looking at Bitcoin right now on the daily time frame. And as you can see, yesterday we did close under the 21. And as of right now, today the new daily is testing into the 21. I think that this is not the worst attempt to go into it. I am looking for my goal is for today to close above 30,571 for the resolution to the upside due to the fact that we're making higher lows. Okay, yeah, we tapped this wick here to take out all this liquidity, but that's exactly what I'm looking for the move to the upside. So this is what I'm looking for. We're testing this wick, we're not getting there, we're making a new high. So I am looking for today to test in the 350, 30,571. And then if we have 4 hour open and closes above there, I'm looking for 30,800 to be the last level of resistance to the upside. Once we start claiming that, the next level of resistance will be the previous high, which is yesterday at around 31,250, 31,300-ish. And then we can look for trying to retest to this 55. Ideally, I'm looking for the retest to the 55 at 33,219. I think the downside panic of fear, everyone's got it right now. So I think market makers are going to be more beneficial to take out all the people who are shorting by giving us a quick move to the 55 EMA and then rolling over from there. So I'm looking for the test into 33,135 before we are 100% certain that we are not going to go any higher. And then I'm looking for the rolling or down effect. And now I'm going to put on the drawings just so you understand what I'm saying, and then we'll go to 4 hour to look at it again. So this is what I'm looking for. We were already consolidating in this minor descending red channel, and then what we did was we broke out of it, we found support, and then now we're trying to test into this 21 EMA to look for the upside momentum. So this was one possible pathway to go up and invalidate this head and shoulder. But as of right now, if we do reject off this 21 EMA and you see us go retest into the bottom and we lose 29,900, then I would say, hey, this head and shoulder seems more likely, and the next day or two we should probably roll over, retest this low at 28,678, tap all these naked point of controls, and then we can look if we're going to get supported by 28,000, and if we lose 28,000, this measured move will start to initiate. So this head and shoulder rolling down effect will take us into this last layer of support. We break down, and then I'm expecting to follow this green path to the downside. I should just make that to orange. There you go. So I'm looking to follow this path to the downside, and then what I'm expecting is us to sweep all the liquidity down here, and then take all these naked point of controls, as many as possible, probably stop over here because this is where the measure move is saying, go sideways, and then see if we even get to 19.5. That's one of the major areas I'm looking for, but if we can't get to 19.5, then I'm looking for us to basically find some support above here and start making lower highs like we did over here, and then just take it up and away. And then we take all these out really quickly, so all the people who have their stops above here will get closed out, and we should just continue up, because then the FOMO will kick in, and hopefully the euphoria will carry us and cement this as the new major bottom. All right, between 28,000 and 32,000, since we're consolidating in this larger fib, this might be the sideways move until we break to the top side, and then using 28,600 as the new major low. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm going to go to the 4 hour. Let's zoom in a little bit on this TA. And on the 4 hour, what we're doing is we are riding our EMAs, and we're playing back and forth, basically tag with them. We lost it yesterday, we claimed it back, we lost it, claimed it back, and now what we're doing is we're a little bit above it. The main thing I want to point out about this, okay, is the new higher lows. If the bears were in control, we would be at least staying equal and going sideways, kind of like in this range. But as soon as you start making higher lows, that's when everyone's like, okay, it's time to launch, making these higher lows. So right now, I'm looking for a spike up. maybe into this area one more time at around 31,400, and then the rollback down. Okay, so if we do make it above 31,400, because this 200 looks like all the pressure that's coming down from it might subside, because this would be like our fourth tap, maybe we can get to the top of the red descending channel, which is around 31.9, and then roll over. Worst case scenario, we're going to come all the way to our fib at 32.7 and then roll over, because that is the major level. But right now the 200 took over from this fib and it's keeping the price under it. Once this 200 gets breached, we still have to break out of our descending channel, and we still have to break above 32.7 for us to use that level as support to the upside, like how we've been using 28,600 as support. We're going to start using that one as support when possible. So that's what I'm looking for today. I would be very patient. I'm going to wait until the week closes. Right now, going sideways like this, it doesn't do anything for me. And then I will show you another chart. This one. I am looking for this to play out on Bitcoin. I want this consolidation to range to break either to the upside or to the downside, and then I'm going to play the retrace once that occurs, because I have no need to play in this middle range and then get destroyed either way it breaks. I don't want to gamble. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let price tell me if it wants to go to the downside, which is most likely since 200 is governing price action down, and then we're being supported by our other EMAs to the upside. So it's a little bit of ping pong we're playing, but this 200 is the stronger one, and all these stacked EMAs are also as strong as the 200. So we have to see which way it breaks. If these EMAs go above the 200 with price action, obviously we're looking for upside. If EMAs make price action roll over, because the buy pressure is actually going up on the 4 hours, but if into New York stock option we pump and then within an hour we roll over, I wouldn't be surprised if we pump into open and then roll over after an hour or two. But if that occurs, that makes sense. We can pump into this 200 one more time, take out all these shorters for the last, few hours, or that's 4 hour candle. So maybe even like a day or two, but the last day or two, run it up, take out all those shorts, and then roll it back down. All I need to do is wick into this area, just wick that 200 to stop all these people out, and then just roll back down over, and then they'll roll it over in force. Like you see how hard we roll over is because they're stacked their shorts so hard, and all the other people's stops are hitting on the way down too. So just get ready, all you over leveraged people. It's gonna get volatile because it looks like the range is almost at an end. This consolidation is like over 70% full, so we should expect a break. And the levels I'm looking for to give me my clue is the fib over here, this 39,800 to 39,900 to the upside, and then I'm looking for this fib here, 29,600 to 29,500 to the downside. Whichever one breaks and confirms support or confirms resistance, I'm expecting the price to just continue in that path heavily and quickly. Since we've consolidated for so long, when the move occurs now, it's gonna basically continue in that direction. Or I'm looking for something like this. I'm looking for something like this. I want an extension in one direction or the other this large. So if this is where we're gonna go, we're gonna break up this high. If this is where we're gonna go, we're gonna break down this low. So this is what I am looking for the true measured move. And I will phone it. Because the EMAs are so squeezed right now, when we do break, there's going to be a lot of momentum, whichever direction it wants to go. So we have the one move, measured move. This little measured move is for this range consolidation. This larger measured move is for a one-to-one extension for the break when it goes. And look at where it's going to. This larger one is going all the way to 21.5, which is where we have our fib already. And then we have that 19 level. And then this one is breaking up into this fib right here, which is the previous month's high. So these are all points of interest, and that makes sense for it to go into these areas. So we will have warning beforehand, because going to the upside, I have huge levels of resistance right here at this fib and this fib. And then to the downside, our last level of support is all these EMAs. Once we lose these EMAs and they roll under it, we're going to have all this pressure pushing us back down. But the fact that we're curling like this, I like it to the upside. It looks like we're going to poke up to test that top one more time. And if we can break it to the upside, break above 32.4, 32.5, and then continue up using this area as support, we're going to roll down and we're going to roll down hard. And this area right here, this 32.4, 32.2, is where the main people shorted. Everyone else shorted the retest, but this is where the original people have their money, and they probably took some profit, but I'm sure they have a little bit still running with a stop right around here or above. That is what the market maker will tap out once he's like, okay, I've accumulated a large enough long. Because this sideways action on this range is somebody accumulating a very massive long. Now he wants to mark up the price, so he's going to pump it up really, really hard and fast. And then euphoria and FOMO will come in with the retail. And then once that happens, when we get to these areas, he's going to start loading up a short and distributing all his long on you. And then once he's done, he'll market short and push the price down to these other levels just so he can collect his profit from the short, close it over here-ish, and then re-long again. So that's what I'm expecting. I'm not going to be surprised. I'm just letting you know what I'm assuming, and then we'll go from there. Let's see what price does. We'll watch it, and we'll go from there. Let's go to Ethereum, and then I'm going to let you guys get out of here. I know it's going to be a busy day for me, and it's going to be a busy day for y'all. So let me just take off the drawings real quick. So this is Ethereum, and what we're doing is we're consolidating sideways under the 21. Another good thing is we're making new higher lows. This wick I know was mean, but what that wick was for was liquidating all the people who are over leveraged long before the true moves to the upside. This wick is a sign of strength to the upside, not a sign of weakness. So I'm not looking at that as a sign of weakness, even though it was so deep and fast. The recovery was just as fast. We're not filling the whole wick. We're actually continuing to go up from it. So this looked like it was a liquidity grab for me. And I'm looking for the retest into the 21, which is around 1900. If we can claim 1900 with open and close with the daily, we can look for higher. The ideal goal would be to test the 55. But we have a little bit of resistance at 2050 before we test up into the 22.250 area, 22.25 area. Let's go to the 4-hour. So on the 4-hour, we are under the EMAs. 21 is under 55. We want this 21 to get above the 55 and carry it above. So that's the main thing I'm waiting for. We already rejected once a little bit over the 55. Volume is not that bad yet. I think when market opens, we might get that euphoric push to the upside and then the roll down effect. But we need to see if we even get rejected, because this little trend line that we got. Oh, here we go. Let me try my drawings. So this is what I'm looking for. The little trend line that we had, once breached and found support on, we will continue upside because all the EMAs now are curving for the reset to the upside. And when we go to the upside, as I've been drawing these head and shoulders, head and shoulders, head and shoulders, guys, let me show you one more thing. This is how I like to see my bottoms. Now I'm drawing you an inverse head and shoulder. This visible. So this is a possibility if we can start letting price take us to the upside. If we lose this triangle and we break down, obviously we're going to go down. We have this measure move after losing the $1,700 support. We're going to make that measure quickly to the downside. But if EMAs are squeezing like this and they want to break to the upside, well, we have a starting formation of an inverse head and shoulder. All we need to do is break up, come back down, test support, and then continue to the upside. So the rejection I'm looking for is right into this fib, the golden pocket. Once we get rejected out of the golden pocket, I want support hopefully at like 1875 and not go lower than the previous weekly at equilibrium. And then we can continue up above this and then continue higher. So this is a possibility. So I'm just going to leave that there. But it's going to be a lot of work to the upside because we have a lot of resistance, and it's going to be up to the market to show us the strength, because the EMAs are very, very primed to break to the upside. But if the 21 can't get above the 55 and we get a hard rejection right now into the market open, I can understand why we would just break down, take out the 1700 level, and just continue to the downside even harder. This 1830 is our last layer of support. Once we start closing under this, you're going to start looking for lower levels. So that's why we're finding resistance here, and this is why this level is so important, and it's also the apex of our consolidation. So we're about to break up or down. Let's wait for the move. Let's wait for confirmation of support or resistance, and then let's take our trades with confidence. No need for me to jump in right now. I'll let everyone else spend their money and push the market whichever direction they think, and then I'll come in to pick up the scraps when everyone else is exhausted. All right, guys. Well, I hope you guys like that. If you guys have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out. Today's Thursday. We have tomorrow to go. So today, people might be getting ready to close out positions for the week so they can enjoy their weekend. So be ready and be prepared. If you guys have any questions, concerns, leave them in the section below and I'll get back to you. Don't forget to check out the free Discord group that we have that I'm always posting real-time charts in. The description is below, and the Discord group has a lot of professional traders, so feel free to ask anyone any questions you have, not just me, if I'm not there. And last but not least, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and press the bell button for notifications. I'm trying to get us to 200. We're like 25 subscribers away, so let's get there. And it will be that much closer to 1,000. And aside from that, guys, it's been a pleasure. Don't forget, I'm going to always be here for you guys. If you have any questions or concerns, I always want to stress, leave it in the comments below and I will reply to you ASAP. If there's other assets you want to cover, let me know. Yesterday we looked at oil because it's going crazy, and natural gas. Aside from that, guys, no matter what happens, be careful, use low leverage, have your planned entry, exit, stop loss, take profit, all that ready before you enter, and practice with paper and pen and not real money if you're training right now. And no matter what, at the end of the day, I will always love you. So do not fret. You're learning. Take your time and learn. That way we can all enjoy a drink together when we all have the chance to finally move. So have a great day, guys. Talk to you soon. It's been a pleasure. See you later.